But what down there only?
Carol is surrounded by well-meaning family members, herbalists, and well-wishers. The poor baby is given potion after lotion, after concoction. Now we know that babies do not get to choose. They do not have a right to an opinion, no voice. They are duty bound to receive whatever treatments they are given. And so Carlos' condition worsens, and he does not get to develop like other babies his age. And he is subjected to live a life of disability.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse? Lights will guide
to be a brilliant child. She graduated with honors, the joy and pride of her parents, friends, and loved ones. Shade turned heads and gave joy wherever she went. Vivacious and very popular, Shade became an envy to some, was an inspiration to most.
Ọjọ́ lọ, ọ̀sẹ̀ tó lọ mo pé táàtì Ṣadé. I dey beg you say make you marry me, you tell me say you no ready hold a job. Ọmọge dákun gbọ́ tèmi, jọ̀wọ́ má jẹ́ kí n lọ commit you. I love you die, I need you die. Baby, me job, please come be my wife. Say I need you, girl. You say you need some time, but time me no day, girl. Answer me on time. I dey beg you say make you follow me. You tell me say you no love me, hold the door. Ọmọge dákun ṣe tèmi, jọ̀wọ́ má jẹ́ kí n lọ commit you. I love you, die. I need you, die. Baby, me joy. Please come be my wife. Yeah, only me ready, I'm your baby. Baba, me ready, you know I love you. Oh, me, my baby, my baby. One marry me, oh baby, you know I love you, you know I need you, you know I want you, love me, let me, yeah, marry me, oh baby, you know I love you, let me.
It is quite hard for any parent, loving or otherwise, to face the consequences of an uninformed decision, a consequence that cannot be corrected, and a decision that cannot be changed. So to a future filled with possibilities, unaware of the probabilities at his birth, unconscious of prospects and aspirations, Carlos' dreams were muted by others. And so, he remains in the village, loved by his grandparents, but endured by others. Would he have become a doctor? Would he have become one of Nigeria's top businessmen? Sadly, we will never know. story, a new journey, and a fresh manuscript with many, many chapters to be written. The pen, and we are duty-bound to write their story well. Together, we can achieve this. Collected, we can overcome this challenge. Let us fight the good fight. And let us achieve this by supporting the Better Chance for Babies campaign.
while he wrote it. And Funke Shodade was the one who got us all together. But then beyond Funke, then you have Dr. Doseko. Now, the Better Chance for Babies campaign is a campaign that's run by the Anu Doseko Foundation, which is why it's led by Dr. Doseko. Dr. Doseko is an amazing woman. She's a doctor, she's a pediatrician. She moved back from the UK some years ago, sold her house, and started this outreach program, started doing hospitals, and basically focused and has dedicated her time to looking after preterm babies. But not only does she look after them, she's focused on ensuring that Nigeria stops losing her preterm babies. 1 in 29 preterm baby born today will die. That's a fact. But when you juxtapose that fact with the fact that there is war going on in Syria, and in Syria you have 1 in 140 something. There's war going on in Libya, and in Libya you have the statistics of 1 in 40 something. But yet in Nigeria, the land of plenty, the land where people have been spoiled beyond riches, the land where, you know, we can still sit here and not worry whether a bomb is going to go off outside. A land where so much hope, a land where we do so much and achieve so much, the land where you can still trust to get into your car and drive to where you're going. There are no UN SAID all over the place. The land where we can still wake up every second and give thanks to God because we can achieve what we can achieve, even if your living has been working to end. Now, again, the other thing I would like to say to you is, in the US and the UK, the cost of looking after a preterm baby, and this is hospital I'm talking about, I think in the UK it's about £1,000. I think in the US it's about $3,000. Through a lot of hard work, and again, this is the point of trying to raise this money. In Nigeria, it's something like 30 to 50K a day. Huge difference. You're probably thinking, how is that possible? Everything is always expensive in Nigeria. Everything. Then you wonder, how are so many health givers all over the place? And by forming that network, they are able to reduce the price. But not only will they be able to reduce the price, they will actually be able to have more hospitals that can help more babies in so many other areas. That's the other thing that we're lacking. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to bore you much longer. Halfway through the program, Dr. Doseko will be up here and speak for herself. I just again want to say thank you so. Never mind that the chairs are empty, trust me. Lots of people are contributing on the account number, which I believe is on the envelopes on your seats. Lots of people are contributing online. And at the end of the day, we want to give you a show to say thank you, but fundamentally, what we need and what our babies need, what your babies need, is the money to ensure they no longer die. Thank you.
The story of man begins at birth. The innocent cries of a baby to hold, to embrace, to feel, to celebrate and proclaim, my joy has just arrived. My joy, my love, a love like no other, the most unconditional of all. The heart beats, beats of life, beats of expectation, untainted, unmasked, uninterrupted, undetermined. Those beautiful bright eyes, that buttersoft skin with the accents of sound in modular tones of joyful scores.